Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and this is the second time I'm making this introduction, and I'm going to have to improvise my color tutorial because I had a little mishap. As I was mixing up my oils for my batch and putting some of that base oil into my cups of mica, the cup tipped over and a bunch of purple mica went into my main batch. So it was just too much to save it. It was going into the oils, so I just mixed it up that way, which meant the whole batter was purple. So my plans of using a green part of the soap kind of diminished, because if you mix green and purple, you're going to get mud. So this is really all about how I rethought my soap so that I would have a soap that looks decent. And I thought I would show this to you because it might be helpful for you in cases when something like this goes with you. So you're going to see me improvise with my color tutorial that I put together already and change that a little bit, and hopefully this soap will turn out okay. So let's get started with this little different soap making video. Alright, so I'm finally ready to make the soap. And you might be looking at this and think, what happened to that soap batter? And I had a minor incident where I dropped mica into the soap batter, and that changed my plans because I was originally going to have some accent colors of green, and then with a lot of thought I think that it's best not to include that. So I'm just going to have variations of purple because purple won't fight with itself. I really didn't want a muddy green, especially with this batch, because this batch is a special batch, new recipe that has argan oil and other good oils, and it doesn't have any palm oil. So wouldn't you know, I would drop the mica into this batter. So green and purple do not really work well together, especially if at the very beginning the whole batter is purple. So we'll see. Still going to turn out nice. You can see what happens with the yellowness of the batter in purple, and I don't want to add any more to this, but I'm going to fix that part. So that's coming across as like a red and green make muddy colors too, so I think I'm good with my decision. Okay, so getting another idea here. I'm gonna get some more mica ready so I can get rid of that color. I don't want that color in my soap batter at all. It looks like flesh colored soap, which generally is not a good thing. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this batch oil to my mica. So this is a good thing, so you can see what I usually do to get the micas ready. Oh, I'm getting more powder in there. One of those days. But since it's all going to be purples, that's not going to matter as much. Okay, that's incorporated. Do you ever have one of those days where you spill, or I think it happens to all of us? That looks really creamy. That's all those good oils, plus kaolin clay. The essential oils I'm using today is a mix of lavender and a little bit of lemongrass. Sweetens it up a bit. Okay, so my lye today has silk in it, and I'm soaping at about 73 degrees. And there's my essential oil. The more you mix with your blender like this, the less you have to really agitate it with the blades, so that buys you some time before it starts to thicken. And that's emulsified. And let me get my color. I'm using those cups again because really this is really good insurance that I don't make a bunch of color. I just want a little bit. And people really did like the last Angel's Rainbow soap I made, so I think a lot of that had to do with not only the swirl type I was doing, but because I only used a little bit of the colors. Okay, so then this, I want a little bit more white. So I'm going to make it in this bigger cup. And then the rest, let's get the spoon out of there. So then the rest is going to be this purple. See if this brightens it up more. By the way, this is when I start to mess up on my colors because I've done some last minute unplanned improvisation. So let's see if that's enough to make it look a little nicer. Okay, I can live with that. That's like a nice lilac-y color. Let's see, don't want to forget my white. So let me get my little whisks. My titanium dioxide was already liquefied with some water, so I don't have any clumps or little dots of powder that didn't get mixed up. And this is some, I'll give you the names of these as I go along because I've mixed these. I really wanted a lighter color there. And I really like this reddish purple. So I'm working with all different types of purples. So this is my reddish version. Then I have that pastel version. So those purples will look really nice together. I'm just going to check to see how fluid this is. Still fluid. I'm thinking I don't want it quite as dull purple, so I think I'm going to add some more mica to that. And at this moment, I don't have really the time to mix that up some more, so let me just add some powder, which I don't usually do. And just be careful. Okay, and I can live with that. That's better. And we're still doing okay, but I added more bubbles when I added that powder. So let's give that a stir. And now I'm checking the other micas to see if there is enough variation in the purples that will make it work now that I've improvised so much, and I think that will all work. Okay. Let's see, since I have it though, I think I'm going to lighten this white since I have some titanium dioxide here. Alright, well I have to pour. If I'm going to have any luck with it, I'm going to start by pouring a base of this on the bottom. It's a much darker soap than I usually go, but I'm going to get about half of this in there. It's a nice purple. And I'm going to do without my Lazy Susan today too. See if I do all of the pores like that. Get the rest of the soap in there. It's a big batch. This lemongrass and lavender smell so good. Maybe it's good that that lavender is relaxing me a little bit after these little catastrophes. I'm going to keep some of this for the top. And I think we better pour this, but let me get the rest of this white in there. Well, now I'm very curious and what this is going to look like after I get it cut. So let's just pour this in there like that. I forgot that I made that batch a little too big last time, but that's okay. But I have this mold handy to make little round soap bars. Okay, so now let's deal with the top here. Starting off with my lightest and then going to this like wisteria purple. This reddish purple and this dark purple. I think we'll stop right there. Alright, so this has been the makeshift version of what I was going to do, but it certainly is going to be different, and I really do like uniqueness, even if it's kind of had a mind of its own. And we'll bring you back for the cut. I'll show that to you. I like how the top turned out. Okay, so we'll see you back for the cut. Okay, so these bars are going to look different just because I don't usually make my base one of the main colors, but because of that mishap with the mica pouring into my main batter, it's going to look different. marble, like a purple marble. And these are humongous bars. And see some more pattern to the swirl on that one. And that's the Eat Cake mica. It's more of a reddish purple. And the only pop of green is right on top. Originally there was going to be some green in there, as you remember, but because the whole batter turned purple, I didn't want to mix purple with the green, because that would not have been a pretty sight. But this should be a really wonderful feeling soap with the argan oil, cocoa butter, shea butter, plus the essential oils of lavender and lemongrass. Smells really fresh. I actually like this, that it looks different because of the base being so purple. You don't usually do that. I think that's my favorite so far. And thanks for watching, and all your great comments on the last Angel's Rainbow soap. So really having fun with that concentric circle pour. And if you like these videos and you haven't really done so, I hope you'll subscribe so that you'll see notifications when my next videos come up. And I'm going to plan on adding a lot of soaps to the website at vibrantsoap.com. So stay tuned for that. And I'm going to leave you now on this bar. Thanks for watching again, and we'll see you next time. Everybody take care. Bye.